Okay.
All right.
Food is Italian.
Awesome.
I should say.
All right. Well, that kind of just gets the ball going. Today, we're going to talk about defense mechanisms. Does anybody know what a defense mechanism is?
Yes. Karate.
Something that you use to defend yourself.
It is something you use to defend yourself. But, up here on your first page, you'll see the guy in the armor. So, what about the armors would make you think of defense mechanism?
Karate.
Shield.
The shield, right?
Blocking.
Karate.
The armor
Sorta.
itself.
But the armor itself, all of that is ways that the knight has to defend itself, right?
Yeah.
So why would he wear it?
To get.
So that he doesn't die.
So that he doesn't get hurt.
So he doesn't get hurt. So he doesn't die. That's true. What kind of weapons would you think would be used against like armor?
Catapults.
Swords.
To the face.
Right. All those are
Guns.
things that
Those are
could
good.
possibly hurt somebody. So what do soldiers today wear to protect themselves?
Bulletproof.
Vest.
Right.
Bulletproof vest and a helmet. That's pretty much it.
Oh yeah, camo.
Goggles.
Camo.
Wait, not camo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it's
Camo.
called.
Yes. Camo.
Kevlar vests.
So
Yeah.
it's all good. It's all the same.
Whatever.
So defense mechanisms, when it's defined, is the things that we use to protect our feelings in various life situations. So just like the armor, we have certain things that we do as people mentally to protect ourselves. So when people say something to us that we don't like, or they try to hurt our feelings, or our parents get mad at us, these are all different things. We come up with these ways to kind of protect our feelings and to protect ourselves. Those are called defense mechanisms. So it's really a bulletproof vest for your emotions. And sometimes it's different behaviors that we have that divert pressure away from a situation, any kind of situation we're going through. So on number 2, it kind of asks, how do we respond to different situations? So on your page, if you'll look at the different situations that they have, how do we respond sometimes when we get disrespected?
We get
Yell at
really
'em.
mad.
We get really mad?
Can you use an example?
Yeah. Like, well, you tell me. If I disrespect you, if I'm Flo and I'm talking and somebody else cuts in on me, what do?
Try to get
You'll
back
stop
to them.
cutting into other people's conversations.
Like, you want to know actions?
Yeah,
You would try to cut back.
right.
You'd like just talk louder and be like, "Hey, I was talking."
Get out of the face.
Right, you would tell them, you want to get back at them. So that would be one defense mechanism. It would be the easy one, right? Because, that's the first thing that comes to our mind. Usually the first thing that comes to our mind is the easiest thing. What would be a positive defense mechanism?
Wait
What would
for
be the
them.
hard thing to do?
Wait for them, and then after they're done talking, talk again. And don't get mad at them.
Absolutely.
Like, be really, mature about it.
Okay, so let's do a couple of others. Somebody puts you down. Somebody makes fun of you. Somebody other than Flo. If somebody makes fun of you, what's the easy thing to do? Chandler?
You laugh with them.
You laugh with them? That would be the easier thing to do?
No, the easiest what I do.
To do is either try to turn around and get back on them or something like that.
Right, that would be the easiest thing to do, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What would be the hard thing to do in that situation? The hard defense mechanism. Jared, let Jared go.
Just deal with it. Just ignore them.
That's right.
Pretend like it never happened.
Yeah, or laugh with them.
Don't show any emotion because they want to see you get mad.
That's
So
what.
they know that they're getting through to you.
That's right. And even Chandler said, laugh with them. That's the hardest. Sometimes when somebody makes fun of you, the hardest thing to do is laugh it off and laugh at yourself, and then try and go on with it.
Yeah, because if you don't, show them that you're going down about it, they're just going to stop. Like, with my brother, if he's, really annoying me, my mom's just, act like you don't care. Because if I do that for, 5 minutes, he'll finally stop. And then you'll feel stupid for what he's doing.
You're right.
Like, what am I doing?
So let's pick another one. Who else? Pick one off the list there.
Your head.
Okay, so what's the easy thing to do?
It's
Get
back.
back.
Get back.
Harder.
Mad at parent. Happens all the time.
Okay.
You
What's the easy thing to do for you?
Just walk away.
No,
No, I would just
get back.
Well,
Like,
well,
try to,
Say
like,
things that get you in
Well, you
trouble.
can't walk
Actually-
away because then your parents like,
You
"Come
can't
back
walk
here."
away from me.
Yeah. You're just like,
Give
"You're
me
in
your
trouble."
here.
Nothing you can do with your
Give me
parents.
your phone.
Like,
There's literally
anything
nothing
to
you
do
can
with
do
your
because
parents.
they'll just
Except
feed
like,
you.
Or just don't try not to argue
Alright, one at a
back.
time. One at a
What's
time.
your butt anyway?
Check the history.
The easiest thing is to do is to, like, scream back at them and like say something rude back. But the harder thing to do is just accept what they're saying and just say you're right. I'm sorry.
Carissa?
What I do, like if they're mad at me, I just sit and like listen to them, and then afterwards I walk away.
Just like,
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just like give them silent treatment. You just like, and they're like, you have to.
That
say
never
this.
works 'cause
Answer
then they
my
offer me
question,
food.
like,
hey, silent treatment doesn't work with me because they offer me food.
Okay.
I like try to stay mad at them, and they're like, "You ready to eat?"
That's what my mom does. She guilt trips me.
Oh yeah.
She's like, "Oh, you want to go out and do this?" I'm like, "No." Yes, but no.
Has anybody ever been blamed for something that they
Yes.
didn't
Yes.
do?
Yes.
Oh.
it drives me crazy.
So what do you do whenever somebody does that?
Try to
I tell
defend
them.
yourself.
Like
Try to what?
you try to
Defend
explain
yourself.
Try to defend
You
yourself?
try to explain why you think you're right.
Right.
And it helps like if they're blaming the teacher if the teacher
It doesn't help if the parents are like if your parents don't believe you, and like they're
That
like,
sucks.
you do this, and I'm just like, no. And then when I try to defend myself, they're like, see, you're doing it again. Just be quiet
You
and
think
just take
that
the
low
blame.
of me?
What?
You think that low of me?
Yes.
So what do you think the hard way to handle yourself when you're getting blamed for something? What?
Maybe just not say anything and just like maybe take the blame.
Getting
Well, like,
caught.
I'm not but if you try and be defensive, then people think that you actually did it because you're getting so defensive.
Why do you think
I think sometimes what happens is when it initially happens, when we initially get blamed, we get into this defense mechanism. We get into this way of thinking, oh, I've got to fix it. I've got to fix it. I've got to prove myself right. And sometimes, I mean, it's one thing to stand up for yourself and to fight for what you believe in. But then you always also have to know that there's a time when you got to be like, okay, we're not going anywhere. We're not getting anywhere. They're not going to believe me. And before it gets volatile, we have to kind of just agree to disagree. Y'all ever heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever agree to disagree with anyone?